Think about the last time you seriously tried to change something in your life. Maybe it was your health, your finances, a relationship that kept breaking down in the same way. And you did everything right. You analyzed what went wrong in the past. You made careful plans for the future, you looked for the root cause, you mapped out the steps. And yet somehow nothing really shifted. Here is what most people never stop to consider. Every time you looked backward for the cause and forward for the solution, you stepped away from the only place where real change is actually possible. That place is right here, right now, this exact moment. Seth calls it the point of power, and by the end of this video, you will understand exactly how to stand inside it, and why it is the single most direct route to reshaping your experience. We are taught to treat time like a straight road. The past is behind you, solid, fixed, already written. The future is ahead, uncertain, something you plan and work toward. And the present? Just the thin line between the two. Easy to miss, easy to rush through. But what if that picture is completely backwards? What if the present moment is not the thinnest part of your life, but the thickest? What if it is, in fact, the most concentrated point of creative force you will ever have access to? This is not a spiritual metaphor. This is a precise claim about how your experience gets built, moment by moment, from the inside out. Right now, at this very second, the intersection of your consciousness and your physical body creates the lens through which specific events are pulled from an infinite field of possibilities and turned into your actual life. Your beliefs are that lens. And the only place that lens can be adjusted, not yesterday, not next year, not in some future version of yourself, is right here, in the present. That is why the present is your point of power. Let's start with something that might be uncomfortable. You have hypnotized yourself. Not in a theatrical sense, no swinging watch, no dim room, but in a very real, functional sense. You have done to yourself exactly what a hypnotist does to a subject. You have focused your attention on a specific set of ideas about who you are and how the world works. You repeated those ideas, reinforced them day after day, and slowly filtered out any information that contradicted them. And now those ideas run automatically, shaping your neurological responses, your emotional reactions, and ultimately the physical events that show up in your daily life. Here is the point that changes everything. Your unconscious mind is not a passive sponge. It does not blindly absorb whatever happens to drift by. Every belief that currently operates beneath your conscious awareness was first accepted and approved by your conscious mind. You let it in, which means you can let something else in instead. This is not blame. This is power. Think of your belief system as a radio tower, not a receiver, a transmitter. At any given moment, your tower is broadcasting on a specific frequency. And from the vast field of probable events around you, events that are real but not yet physically materialized, your broadcast pulls in only those experiences that match your signal. If you believe that money is always scarce, your tower pulls in the experiences that confirm scarcity. Not because the universe is punishing you, but because that is the only channel you are transmitting on. Your nervous system is wired by your own accepted beliefs to notice the evidence that fits and to filter out everything that does not. Seth offers a striking image to make this visual. Consider an artist and their body of work. Every painting they produce in a lifetime is just one selection from an endless number of probable paintings that existed first as potential. In the mind, in the skill, in the creative force of the artist. The actual canvas draws from everything the artist believes about art, about their own worth, about what is possible for them. You are that artist. Your life is not one fixed painting. It is one selection, made moment by moment, from an unlimited range of probable lives, all of which are just as real as the one you are currently experiencing. And the selection happens now. This is where the idea gets truly strange and truly useful. Your present beliefs do not only shape the future, they also reorganize the past. Not metaphorically. Quite literally, the memories that surface when you search your own history are selected and structured by what you currently believe. If you are convinced right now that your early life was damaging and your nature is fundamentally flawed, your memory will assemble a parade of evidence to confirm exactly that. Episodes of pain and failure become vivid, detailed, easy to access. Moments of genuine strength, joy, and connection seem to barely exist. Not because they did not happen, but because they carry no match to your current signal. They are invisible to the frequency you are broadcasting on. This is why the practice of endlessly examining the past for the source of your problems rarely solves those problems. You're drawing a map with your current beliefs, then using that map to navigate a landscape shaped by those same beliefs. Every road leads back to the same place. Your past, as you experience it today, is being actively structured from the present, which means the most effective moment to change your relationship with your history is not through more analysis. It is through changing what you believe right now. Let's bring this down to the most concrete level possible, your body. Suppose you are dealing with a persistent health issue. The standard response is to trace causes backward through time and project a recovery timeline forward. Seth would say this approach misses where your actual power sits. Your body is responding, in real time, to the instructions your beliefs are broadcasting. A belief held with intensity is not a passive thought. It becomes a physical directive. It begins restructuring your neurological and biochemical systems at the moment it is fully accepted. It changes you at the cellular level. This does not mean you deny your current condition or pretend the symptoms are not real. You recognize them for what they are, a physical portrait that your beliefs have already painted. That portrait is real, and it is also just one portrait out of many that are possible, including one of health, which already exists as a probable reality, waiting for a change in the signal you are sending. The same logic holds for finances, for relationships, for any area of your life where you feel stuck and cannot seem to find the exit. The exit is not behind you in the past. It is not ahead in the future. It is available only from the point of power you are standing in right now. Modern physics arrived at a surprisingly similar idea from a completely different direction. Quantum mechanics demonstrates that at the subatomic level, particles do not have fixed, definite states until the moment of measurement, until something interacts with them. Before that, they exist as probability waves, multiple potential states, all mathematically real, none yet physically definite. The act of observation collapses that wave into one specific outcome. Seth is describing the same dynamic at the level of lived human experience. Your beliefs are the act of observation. They collapse the field of probable events into the specific life you are currently living. What teachers in the law of attraction tradition describe as alignment, matching your internal frequency to what you want, getting into the state that already has the thing, is a direct, practical application of this principle. Before any action, before any plan, the internal state from which you act determines which probability field you are drawing from. You cannot consistently attract a reality you have not first allowed into your signal. Seth states it plainly, and it is worth hearing slowly. You form your reality now, not through wishful thinking, not through positive affirmations as performance, but through the honest, daily conscious work of noticing what you actually believe, and deliberately choosing to send a different signal from the only place that signal can be sent, the present. Here's one practice to try today. It takes 5 minutes, and it is exactly as simple as it sounds. Find a quiet moment. Sit down, keep your eyes open, and look at the space around you. Let yourself genuinely feel, not just think, that this ordinary, unremarkable moment is the center of your power. Not last week, not next month. Right here. For 5 minutes, direct all of your attention toward one thing you genuinely want. Not toward what you are lacking, not toward how far away it seems, toward the thing itself, as if it is already a probability moving toward you. After 5 minutes, do one small physical action that is consistent with that belief. If it is health you want, do one thing a healthy person does. If it is financial ease, make one gesture, even a tiny one, that reflects confidence rather than fear. You are not forcing an outcome. You are sending a new signal and giving your nervous system evidence that the new signal is real. That is all. And the question to carry with you through the rest of your day is simply this. In this moment, right now, what am I actually broadcasting? The present is not a thin line between what was and what will be. It is the only real place of action you have ever had. Every experience you have ever lived was created from some present moment, and everything you will experience is being selected right now by who and what you believe yourself to be. And if the present moment is where all your power is concentrated, the next question worth asking is, who exactly is standing there? In the next video, we go somewhere most people never look. Not into your past, not into your habits or your personality, but into the actual structure of what you are. Seth calls it the architecture of the soul. And what he describes there will make this video feel like the introduction it was always meant to be. Stay curious.